October 13th. We can see everybody? Good. All right, November 10th, 2020. I'd like to call the meeting to order. No, I was gonna say, that's all we have to do is call the meeting to order, so. Yeah, now let's, do we have any additions or anything to the agenda this evening? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Seconded.
Motion approved, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. On to the meeting minutes from October 13th. Anybody have any questions, changes, anything they'd like to see done there?
I'll make a motion to approve the October 13th minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. On to new business, number 4, tree lighting ceremony event.
Alright, so, light agenda tonight. At the October meeting, we did mention, we did set the date for December 5th for the tree lighting event. I think this is our third year, right? Year? Tonight, we're just gonna discuss and finalize some details. My goal is to get the information, as much information as possible in the newsletter, so we can get that out, and then we can start promoting it on social media and the website. One thing I want us to be a little bit careful about, just when we're brainstorming, is just being very COVID conscious, because things are kind of spiking right now. And so I think, just, we want to make sure we're keeping that in mind. One thing I thought about was, if I can figure out how to do it, maybe we could also videotape it or do a live video of the tree lighting. If everybody agrees.
Yeah, I
That
think
would be
that'd be
another
great.
option.
Yeah, if we can broadcast it.
So can you just find out, because I know that there's limits on number of people.
Yes, yeah,
So,
changed today, too.
Yeah.
it did. I
Yeah.
think it's 10.
well, so this is out, so I want to find out outside rules, because the fire department right now, prior to the decisions that were made today, was going to do, I think they were going to do something, but that may be changing.
We did change it to 10 outside.
I think that's what it was too.
Is
It
it
is
outside,
10
inside?
outside.
Yeah, but I think special events are 50.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between personal events and then special events.
Yeah, limit private gatherings to 10 people or more.
I think it's, by the time our tree lighting is, it's 25 for like a ceremony.
Because it decreases
Yeah.
after a
Well, that's,
certain date.
that's December 11th. Goes down
December-
to 20.
Yeah, December.
Oh, so
yeah.
we'd be good then.
So we'd still be good on the 5th.
And really what we had a little bit more than that last year, so this year we'll probably have less. We could still be under that.
Okay, so I'll talk, because we just did a joint flyer. So I'll talk to them to see what they're doing and how they're handling the COVID situation. I don't know if they're gonna do out pictures outside. You know, I don't know what they're doing. I just know that they were possibly gonna do something again. So the goal would be to have that Santa also come on the fire truck before the tree lighting. And I think doing a live feed would be awesome for people that want to watch it.
Yeah, if we can figure that out, that'd be fantastic for people. Because the Lions did say that they would do hot chocolate and cookies or what, something in that order again. So whatever that's gonna look like, I don't really know.
So it'd probably just be like prepackaged cookies,
I think that's what it is. I
Maybe
think they
like
were gonna
a
do,
bottle of water or something.
right. Right.
Something that, you know, like there's not a lot of, okay, so can you just keep track of the COVID stuff and make sure? I just
Cause
don't.
what is it at right now? I mean, what,
Pretty sure it's 50
is
the-
it 50?
for a special event, or, because at least that's what it is for, like, I know for like weddings and stuff like that. And I
Okay.
think you're right, like after the 12th, it goes down to 25.
Yeah.
I
it go-
think we
it-
would be fine as a special event with 50. Would we need to like try to get RSVPs or something?
We could do like a Facebook, I mean, we could try to do a Facebook thing just to get an idea. But we might,
What were our numbers last year? I mean, we went over 50
I
last
can't
year.
imagine it's huge, but
I think maybe right around.
Right around.
yeah,
Probably
right
around 50. Yeah.
But do we need to?
And
keep
is somebody gonna be there
everyone
counting
on that?
heads?
Or do they do that with?
I know for indoor, you have to, outdoor, I don't know about.
If it's anything like high school sports, so that's 250. And I think the way this was worded today, up until November 27th, everything is staying 250. And then on the 27th of November, everything goes to 50 because they call it a phase-in. And then on December 11th, it goes down to 25. But for like high school sports, anybody that is helping with taking tickets or doing scoreboards or anything like that, they don't count.
They're not counted.
No.
I know, cause that's
So if
what
we would show
do.
up to help, we wouldn't count. But we'd have to look into it to make sure.
Right, cause I know that's what we do with volleyball is we're not counted.
Yep.
We're scorekeeper and running the scoreboard.
Track of everyone who
Yep.
attends.
Yep,
Yeah, there's actually a ticket that they have to
yep,
pre-sell.
you have to pre-purchase the ticket.
so maybe we have to do some sort of pre-sale thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying
Maybe,
to think.
maybe to, I mean, maybe we, I don't know.
Yeah,
about-
I mean, maybe we can do, like, promote it as virtual and then, this is tough. And then maybe, like, if interested, sign up in limited capacity
I
or
think,
something.
yeah, I think
don't
you could,
know.
I think maybe if you, it's kind of the opposite, like you would want to promote it, because if the attendance was near 50, if you promoted it as an event that you could RSVP to with limited capacity, you could also advertise at that same time that we're planning to live stream it for those who are unable to attend via the capacity limit or for personal reasons.
Right.
You know, they don't want to leave their house or whatever. And it's likely if it last year if it was near 50 that, you know, if you have that option, probably you wouldn't go over that.
Right.
And that way most people who would want to sign up would still have the opportunity.
It's not required to RSVP, but I think it will give us a better idea
Just a
of like
number, just
Yeah.
kind
a
of
number.
Yeah.
And then if we find that they're, you know, we got like 200 people, then we might have to send something out to say, it is a limited, you know, I
We
don't,
just do in the first place to make people feel better that we're adhering to the guidelines and.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know,
Whoever shows up first.
strange times, strange
Yeah.
times.
But I think we can still do it.
I do too.
Yeah,
I
that
think we need to do it. I think we need to show that we're still a community and that we're still engaged in this. No matter what's going on in the rest of the world, I think we need to show that we can move forward.
And I really like this coloring contest idea.
That was like,
I really do.
Yeah, I think I like them.
I put 2 in there. I tried to stay away from like Santa or anything like, my daughter did start to color one. So.
Okay.
Also, my sister is manager at Fill Me Up. So I've talked to her a little bit about maybe sponsoring, like if they come in to drop off their picture, like a little giveaway rather than like, you know, a couple winners.
That was gonna be my next question, is if discussing this end of it, if we are doing like a contest, how do we,
Kind of like everyone gets something rather than.
And then, I mean, maybe you could do where you have a winner and you could ask the newspaper it can
Oh,
be,
if they can put it
we
in.
could put it in the newspaper for different age ranges, so we can have a 10 plus. What's good breakouts of ages? 0 to 2, maybe? Not 0, because a newborn isn't gonna do it, but like,
Probably up to 3.
My baby's pretty advanced.
oh, right, yeah. I don't doubt it.
I wanna see one of those parents who like submit it, but they did it themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So could you,
Totally
could
me.
you put it in the newsletter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no, because it's
I
a piece of paper.
yeah. I probably can't put those in there.
So maybe you can email it to people?
Oh, yeah.
They could, you could put it in the
Request
newsletter.
over email?
Yeah, request, you can send it in a PDF, or, I mean, worst case, somebody can come up and get one.
Get one, right. I mean,
Maybe
that'd
we
be
can have a
available.
couple at Casey's and Fill Me Up. You know?
Or, you know what? The newsletter does have, like, I can add an extra page if we want to choose one of them to put in there.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
like I was thinking, put their name, age, and like email address on the back and sponsored, like bring it into the community center or city hall for a prize sponsored by whoever. But I didn't want to do that until
I just have
we
to
talked. But I
do
can
one.
do it quick tonight, so you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you said, okay, so I might have to, maybe we'll talk after the meeting, because I have to like, tomorrow we're closed, and then I'm actually taking off Thursday and Friday. And Janelle has to get them out on Thursday. So maybe we can talk after the meeting and see what we should put on there.
So they would go out this Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
Are we fine with them sponsoring as long as?
If they're, I think if they're okay to donate something and whatever else, I have no issue with them. Right. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what are they,
I was on Oriental Trading, kind of looking at what would be available and like little toys or like a stamp or like, you know, winter theme, just little,
right?
nothing fancy, but, yeah.
Okay.
But something, a little special.
I mean, I guess I'm just used to seeing everybody gets a candy cane. You know, I mean, that's kind of what the traditional thing is, you know, everybody gets a candy cane.
I mean, they could do candy canes. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, they're all individually wrapped.
Candy cane would be cool. Yeah.
Something along those lines. You know, if you bring it in, the candy canes can be here and just give
That'd be a
out a
little
candy
bit
cane.
easier to get if the newsletter goes out Thursday. You
Right.
don't have to worry
And
about
that's just what I mean. You get a candy cane if you bring your picture in, and then whatever the big prize ends up being, it
And I
ends up
think candy
being.
canes are probably allergy friendly, I would
They're
imagine.
just sugar.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So can we do that? Can you purchase candy canes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if they can get them. Fill me up if they're going to sponsor.
Oh, they can? Okay.
Yeah, they'll pay.
Are they looking at, maybe I'm getting too in-depth, but like Nikki had said, like different age groups? Or are we just looking for one prize for everybody, and then the big prize is getting your picture in the paper? What is everybody thinking? I mean, what,
I would think just everyone gets a candy cane
okay?
and then big prizes like recognition.
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do like age groups, or do you want to do, or what do you want to do for?
I think-
Well, what do you think?
Well,
the
how much
paper
is it?
would-
yeah,
Oh gosh,
because that would cost us.
3 pictures or?
it's kind of expensive, especially for color. So maybe it could be social media. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think social is fine.
Well, they probably don't want their name out there.
'Cause it would probably be a few $100s for newspaper, because it's just like, it's pretty expensive,
Yeah.
especially for color.
Okay.
Well, maybe we just,
Well, but if the name's on the back, you don't have to put the name of the kid that they're drawing up.
yeah.
Right. Right.
But you're gonna need age groups, because when we used to do it for the fish fry, we used to have a coloring table. And it was, we did like 2 or 3 different age groups.
We could do 3, like 0 to 4, 5 to 9, and 10 plus.
Yeah, I like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And then Mike, so Lions for sure are gonna do.
Yep, Joe said that they are definitely in. So I can give them dates. And do you want Joe to be in contact with you?
You think maybe they would be up for, I know this is weird, but like, instead of making and giving out cookies and hot chocolate, like having, and I can purchase the bags, like little bags of just hot cocoa mix with a wrapped cookie.
Yeah, and then you bring it home to me.
Yeah, and you bring it home. I know it's not as cool, but I'm really concerned about
I think
giving out food.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to, maybe, do you want to reach out to Joe, or do you want me to, can I put Joe in contact with you?
Yeah, I have his
So that-
email.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
maybe, cut out the middleman here and,
Well, and yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
that'd
but I
be,
think, maybe we even have, because I think we're small enough, maybe, just, the Lions could just put together some baggies has a hot cocoa,
like candy, well,
like a little bag of marshmallows or,
yeah, marshmallows and cookie. I don't know.
because they did the trick or treat thing, handing out bags, so I think that they
might have an idea what's what.
and then you just bring
I
it
imagine
home.
They handed out a lot of bags that night.
Yeah, I think they said 500.
Woo,
Mhm.
fantastic. So, okay, so do we need to pick a picture?
I like them both.
I do too.
Well, we can do both on the day. One to put in the newsletter. Yeah,
Right.
We should do that.
So I think if we're gonna put one in the newsletter, I think we'd be better off narrowing it down to one picture.
Oh, Frosty. Kind of like Frosty. But is it a llama?
I think this is just so unique.
Yeah.
Christmas
and
llama.
the
That's
small
kinda what
ones
I
are
was-
so hard because they're white. So,
Oh.
like, you can't really color a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna vote llama.
Yeah, let's do llama.
This is different.
Right?
It is different.
It don't matter to me.
I like the llama. I just think that it's different, something that's unique and shows something different than what we've,
And then
Traditional.
all the ones and then when people, I guess, drop them off, and can they put them in the utility box drop off too?
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe you say that, they can put it in the utility by what date?
For the contest.
So do we want to do it for the tree lighting? But that doesn't give too much, well, I mean, you don't need
how
that
about-
much time.
Yeah, how
but-
about like, I don't have a calendar. We could like give them a couple weeks and announce it before Christmas or something. I don't know.
Cause then we can put them up,
In the hallway.
in the hallway
well,
and
that's,
stuff.
that's what I liked about it, was hanging, getting some decoration in here and trying to liven this place up a little bit, because we have, Maggie and Janelle, who are just not very lively. So,
Actually, Janelle has decorations that she puts up.
oh, shoot.
I just go with it. I don't. There's a few things, some lights, and
Right?
we could probably use a little bit more though.
At the elementary school, they always call it, or the primary school, it was deck the halls or something, or.
That's what one of you said last time. I was trying to figure out what that phrase was.
So if they go up Thursday, could we vote on them on the 8th?
What, our park board meeting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would give it, yeah.
I mean, I just think that would, it's a couple of
And
days
we can
after the
live
thing.
stream
Right,
it, and people could watch the
Our ratings would
meeting,
be through the roof.
right, there you go, we'd be,
see the winner.
so, I just was looking at the calendar and I'm like, well, if we could do the voting on the 8th,
Oh, I won't be here the 8th. Dang it.
well, that's no fun.
I'll be in Disney World.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's more fun.
I mean, come on, priorities.
I know.
Yeah, you're gonna miss out.
Watching the live stream then.
Oh, boy. Okay, so do I need a motion for any of this?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if any of this is really
No,
motionable.
I think it's just discussion and
Do we need to,
direction.
well, if Fill Me Up is gonna, the candy canes, so we really don't have any out-of-pocket expenses that are going into this.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, because we,
If you printed a few.
Right, our printing, but that's minimal. I mean,
yeah,
that's,
because we bought, I mean, we have everything from last year, like the, what's it called, fire pit thingy, or fire things, and then
Yep.
the tree and the lights already, well, the trees are permanent, but, yeah, so I think we already have pretty much everything.
okay.
Do we need to officially approve them being the sponsor? Or is it just that something of goodwill they're doing of their own accord, so it doesn't
Do
matter?
you think they want to be in the newsletter? Like, just like Fill Me Up will sponsor the candy cane, or Lions will do.
I think just putting it on the, where you fill out your name is probably.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's good. Providing the gift, or however you want it, however it should be worded.
I did reach out to Mare Lutheran High School about the, like, choir. They never got back to me, and but I still don't know if that's a good idea.
Right.
This
Facing
year,
where we're at now.
yeah, I think they were excited about it, but I think they're, everybody's kind of stepping back a little bit, so maybe not.
Well, and
this
they're
year.
having some issues with this sickness too going through the school. so-
Right, exactly. So we might have to.
I know singing is like a.
It's like one of the worst things you
Right,
can do.
right.
We'll
So,
just have to bring our little boom box again. Does
okay.
anybody use those anymore?
I think Watertown's doing virtual
No.
choir.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, okay.
That's what Lizzie's had going on, so. All right, let's move on. Number 5, staff updates.
I actually don't really have anything. I mean, we're kind of in the same place as we were in October as far as budget. We're still waiting for a lot of, just some information to come in from, we have our fire station out for bid right now, or the proposed fire station. So bids will be received December 1st. So at the December meeting, I will have kind of more of an idea about kind of where we'll be as far as final budget projections. And then a lot of our projects, like I think are like the ramp and the Gaga pit mats and everything is just kind of waiting for the spring. Discovery Park basketball court will be the spring
Yep.
too.
Yep, a lot of stuff.
So a lot of stuff is just kind of on hold for the winter. Do you have anything, like, I don't know when this ice rink will be up and running, but anything with that, do you want me to pass on to Public Works while we kind of think about that, or?
Nothing we can really do. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, Mother Nature's gonna dictate when we can start making ice and when we can't. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I mean, we're all set as far as like the little warming house, and then Jason made those really cool nets. Yeah, he made those by hand. They were awesome. They're awesome.
1,000 pounds.
Very impressive.
they're heavy.
Oh yeah, did we ever? I think we have the materials. I'll have to ask Kyle.
And that's something Brian can do when Brian starts,
Oh yeah, we'll just be like, yep.
because
Ryan, get
Brian's
on it.
a fabricator.
Oh,
What was that?
The skate trainer.
Ryan, we
Oh,
have
for-
a whole list of cool things that we'd like you to just try to think of doing.
So, yeah,
Oh,
his,
yeah, I thought we got the material, but I don't know if we ever made them.
yeah, I don't know if any of them were ever made either.
I mean, they could easily walk away too.
Oh, I know. Nobody can steal those
hope.
hockey things.
They're
No.
so heavy.
No, you are, I'd be impressed if somebody walked off with one of those.
And I would just make sure that in this, when we start getting into the spring, that we're really, and we get some better dates of when things are gonna be finished, because I think coming out of this winter, I think people will be really excited about that basketball court and some of the other things that didn't get
Right.
completed this year.
Yep. The skate park.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I really have right now.
Okay. I guess, Eric, are you familiar with a lot of the parks in town? You may not know the names, but are you familiar with where they're at and how they're?
Yeah, I haven't been to, so this is Schoolhouse Park.
Yep.
Here, right? And then, I forget the name of the park that I live on the backside of.
Meadow?
West Ridge.
Yeah, Westridge
Yep.
Oh,
Park.
Ostrich, okay.
The other, and there's two others, is that right?
Yep.
And I'm not very familiar with those.
So the other one, when you come into town on 25,
Yep.
going into Fieldstone, there's
Okay.
a park there.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
Yep. Yep, that's Discovery,
Just got new playground equipment.
all new
this-
playground. And there's actually 3 more parks, because the park over here, by the water plant, which is basically just a basketball court, but that's Blue Jay.
Okay.
And then
Meadow.
Meadow Park is going out 25 behind those homes on 25
Sure.
to the west. There's a park back there. Skate park back there, soccer field.
Cool.
Yeah.
Foursquare.
Foursquare, yes, Foursquare, we got the Foursquare in there.
Never looked to see if we got, did you guys mark it?
Oh, let me ask Kyle on that too.
I haven't, I mean, I walk over there, but I don't walk up.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten over there to see.
Wasn't it the
No.
end of August?
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Anything else from commissioners? Anybody got anything else they wanna?
Well, I mean, maybe we just can fill you in on some of the other things that we're talking about. We want to do a dog park somewhere, but the problem is we don't know where.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing,
Yeah, it's been an ongoing conversation. We really are motivated to do one. It's just, what's the ideal location? We don't have a good, like, wooded space for it,
Uh-huh.
but we don't want it to necessarily butt up to people's properties,
Right.
because if they have dogs, that was
That's a
one.
problem.
We thought about West Ridge, but there's a lot of homes.
Is that vacant piece of property on the other side of the ravine in Westridge, is that city?
yep, that's all part of West Ridge Park.
Okay.
Yep,
Curious.
yep, that's
We
all.
kind of wanted to do a cool trail system in there, but
Yeah.
we've talked, but, yeah, and then the other one is the Meadow Park. There's a spot between the trail and there's some wetland, and then that's a buffer for the houses, so it
Sure.
could be a good spot, but it's wide open, so it's pretty much just a place for your dog
It's
to
a
run.
free-for-all, yeah.
I mean, there's dog park like equipment you can add too, so that's something we can add future years.
Right.
I just know that a lot of places that have dog parks do run into issues with cleanup.
Right. I know, and that's something that's been my concern from day one.
Right.
Is-
Is the cleanup, and then, we have to make sure the mower can get in there to mow.
Mhm.
And then that's just could be an issue, so those are some things that we talked about.
Right. So for quite a few years, we've been working on a pavilion and restrooms up here, right over, there's that building that sits over here.
Yep.
That building should be going. It's been on the agenda for quite a few years. It was approved a long time ago. So we've been working on bathrooms and a pavilion up there.
Okay.
The problem is the cost.
Yes.
We have a pretty healthy fund balance, but it would eat up all of it plus some.
Yeah.
So-
For the structure that came back at that time. It's a pretty elaborate structure,
Yeah, it's way over budget.
yeah. So, we are talking about relooking at that next year and seeing where numbers are at next year.
And then
What
after
else?
that, a splash pad. That would, people could use those restrooms and then.
Oh, that would be part of that facility.
Yep,
Cool.
yep. So,
A pool is a no-go.
there will be no
There's not a
pools,
lot of
no.
communities building pools anymore.
They always
are,
run red.
A losing battle.
We're
Yeah.
bleeding.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to a city splash pad than a pool anyway, so.
Right, yeah,
Plus liability.
Yeah, and staffing and.
yep,
Some of the other things, I mean, the archery range, we've talked about too. Just, it all comes down to location,
Yeah.
yep.
where we can put it.
I saw you guys like, considered possibly like out by the recycling center for that kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
facility.
I think that's on the table, but it's a bigger discussion because if we do something out there, we have to, put in a parking pad.
Access and- yeah.
And that would, and we can't do gravel because gravel's not part of our ordinance.
Oh, okay.
So it would have to be a paved surface,
Yeah.
which changes the whole price range
Yep.
of everything. And then
Yeah.
we have to rechange how the recycling center
Yeah.
is accessed. So there's always, there seems like 6 roadblocks into everything that we,
Yeah,
it's definitely the council still needs to have more, and I think January, like the start of next year would be a good time for the council to, since we'll have a new council, to really sit and rethink that.
break some of these things down.
Yeah,
Put on some of that.
in terms of the compost site area, that needs, like, what do we wanna do?
Right. Right.
Is this, we are park commission, not park board commission?
Sure.
I was trying to think of what the name is. Does this commission have, like a master plan, or is it part of the city's thing, or is it just kind of,
Yeah, so we do have, so every city in the 7 county metro.
Yep.
7, right? Is required to have a comp plan. And so as part of our comp plan, there is a park system
Okay.
section. But we also, I think, was it early in this year, we kind of had a brainstorming
Could you
session.
send him this?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So what this is we wanted a, kind of like a working document, which kind of, this is what our fund balance was at the beginning of the year. Here's the projects that we did. You know, we used some of our money from, because we had levied 100,000, but we spent 162. So we used some of this money,
Yep.
which was already levied in previous years. And then we just kind of, here's some of our goals, and we just move things around just to see how our fund balance works.
Sure.
So,
You know when we can do what?
mhm.
That's good.
And, you know, we probably have to have a lower levy amount next year due to the council wanting to keep our,
No increase.
not too much of an increase, if at all, for next year, so. Anyway, but this might be a good document for him to just see
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Look over for himself,
and,
yeah.
and bring other ideas. We're always open to,
Absolutely.
you know, like, oh, you know what about, you know, this? Have you ever thought about this? I mean, the archery range came from a resident
Who ended up on the commission.
on the commission, but then he ended up resigning
Res-
for personal reasons, which is fine.
Right.
But like, we're always open to that.
Absolutely. You know, there's things that other communities have that seem to bring people together, and if we can do that here and get more people, you know, entertained and active in the community, that's what we want. I mean, we want more, you know, granted, the doctors don't want us interacting, but we want to be interacting.
The Lions are also looking at doing a partnership and like taking over this park, Old
Oh,
Schoolhouse.
okay.
So that's something that we've talked about in recent months.
Yeah, they're looking at doing some additions to playground equipment and whatnot. And then,
I would
No.
suggest,
Helping with fundraising.
Yeah.
Maggie, do you still have that big map?
oh, yeah,
Yeah, I can bring that out.
We have a map that basically lays out what we want, just kind of our goals.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yep.
Yeah, we can, I have those in my office. I don't know if you want them right now or at another meeting. Or I can try and take pictures and send them to you guys. But they are kind of big, so I don't
Yeah.
know if I can do.
well, yeah.
But I think
mean-
we should have, our quarterly meeting with the council. I think we need to do
Agree.
it in
Yep.
January or February, maybe one of the first meetings our meeting in February. ask the council to come to the meeting. And just kind of have a like, this, we'll know what our number is. Here's what projects didn't get done. And then, because we'll have different members on the council, everybody kind of has an understanding. Because what we don't want to happen is us spend all this time bringing something up and then the council's not on the same page.
Their vision is
And their
different than our
vision's
vision.
different.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, all this work we're doing, and then they're like, no.
Yeah, it's kind of for naught. So,
You'll have, what, one meeting before then, or 2 meetings?
I'm not really sure.
Before, oh,
When's the first new council meeting?
January.
well, the first new, January 1st is when they,
When the new people
Right.
start?
yeah.
Well, there'll be whatever that meeting is.
We'd have like 3 meetings then before. So that should be-
And then there'll most likely be a different council member sitting here. Wouldn't be me.
Don't talk that way.
Well, it's kind of like a thing we've just kind of had a conversation is there were some people that were on the same commission for years and years and years and years. And I had brought to like, let's just try to do, I thought every year you get on a new commission, but then people said, well, sometimes it's hard to really get
Into the flow.
into
right.
like the process, so then we've kind of have like a nonchalant 2-year kind of thing, where like you serve on the board for 2 years, and then it's time for you to just maybe pick a different commission that you were doing. That doesn't
Right.
say that is what's going to happen, but that's just kind of the conversations we've had in the past. Again, there's gonna be a different council in January, so I'm not quite sure where that all could go, but I definitely will be bringing it up when we assign spots. So, yeah. No, it's been pretty exciting. I mean, we've gotten a lot done.
We have. We've accomplished a lot in the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new playground equipment, I think, was the most exciting, especially, it was like right, in the midst of like the lockdown stuff and, should you have a park open or shouldn't you not? And then, parks are open, and I think it was a good out for the people to be able to go out
When
and,
everyone was coming out of their houses after being, I remember talking to my friends and family about how, it was so nice how in the spring, how we had locked down, everybody all of a sudden go to a patio, stuff's opening up, and then, you're outside, but now it's like we're hitting a spike, right?
Yeah, now we're,
Everybody has to come inside again, that's tough.
and it's snowing. On top of all that. So,
so do you have enough for the
Yeah,
newsletter?
do you mind just meeting with me after?
anything else anybody got any other comments or questions or anything? Do you have any other things for us that you'd like to know?
Winter is usually slower for us, like these couple months, and then January is when we start to really like
Ramp up to.
get everything in line,
Sure,
so that
for this year.
when the
Yeah.
ground unthaws, we've got stuff lined up.
We can hit it
to-
running.
To go.
So,
No, I don't think I have anything else right now. Thanks.
okay,
Good first meeting, thanks for welcoming me in.
absolutely.
Yeah, and feel free to always reach out to me too.
Sure.
If you have any questions.
All right, I will look for
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
that's what I was looking for.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned. Thanks, Troy.
You knew where you were going.
Yeah, I did.